Ladies and gentlemen, another beautiful day to be with you, and of course, it's a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. We go again as we always do. The market is bubbling with a lot of information and, of course, price movements. I hope that somebody is getting something in the course of this week. It's been a fantastic week so far, so good. And it can only get better as time goes on. I hope you are enjoying your time. I hope you are getting a real feel of how interesting and how profitable the stock market can be. Thank you very much, everybody on all platforms, talking about TikTok, YouTube, and of course, Instagram. The competition is on. Instagram currently leading now with 10 participants. YouTube have 5 participants so far. Okay, it's now 9. And of course, as usual, TikTok is always ahead of all of us. 35 participants as we speak. Good afternoon to you all, and I hope your portfolio is doing well. Let's avoid the situation where we get to miss out on responses to your questions. So let's go ahead as we proceed in today's session. What do we have here? A lot is going on in the market, but let's do a quick recap of what happened in the course of yesterday's trading, especially the outcome of activities across all economic platforms, talking about the stock market, talking about the bond market, and what have you, all right? So straight up, the Nigerian equities market extended its winning streak last week, despite starting on a shaky note due to regulatory jitters. Okay, equities climbed 2.3% week on week to a record high of 118,000 plus points, which with market capitalization at 74.5 trillion naira. So the Nigerian market is currently capitalized to the tune of 74 trillion naira, and your money is involved because whenever you invest in the stock market, that's what you get. Market capitalization increases. In spite of the CBN's forbearance directive and all of those sell-offs that was triggered in the banking sector, the Nigerian market has eventually recovered very well. I can tell you, banking stocks bounced back strongly, helping to drive market recovery. Key performers include, of course, GTCO, Zenith Bank, and then we have MTN, Bua Foods, Seplat, and Ella Lakes, all topping the gainers chart, while Northern Nigerian Flour was losing. But you know what? All of that is changing already because of what we are seeing, especially regarding yesterday's performance and what we are witnessing today. Okay? So basically, the outlook is some stocks will continue to do well in anticipation of what is about to happen regarding the first half result. Remember, CWG is on full bid. Well, congratulations to everybody who is in that bus. We told you to take position, and if you did, congratulations to you. That stock continued to sell down every time it tried to climb up. It sold down as low as 8 naira 90 kobo recently. But what do we have here? Congratulations if you bought CWG, and a lot of you who joined recently must have actually participated in buying CWG. It's good to have you all here, and let's see how well we do it today. Okay, on to your comments. Good and beautiful afternoon, Omen Reed Roderick. It's good to be here with you. Stanley Daopuye says, with 5 billion, what capital growth will you recommend? Do you mean what stock do you recommend? Please, can you rephrase your question? Good afternoon to our celebrity coach. I received my Dangote Cement dividend yesterday. Oh, yes, that's true. Congratulations to all Dangote Cement holders, shareholders. Your dividend was released yesterday. Of course, I got mine quietly, right? Thank you very much, everybody who is on this afternoon, today's transmission. Hope you are doing well. Let's go on to the stock market to see what's happening. Top gainers and top losers. I will go on to stock bubbles as always for the top gainers list. A lot is happening. So many gainers today. Let's see which of them is on top. Remember, we only have time for the top 10 gainers And so let's go. Do you have a stock amongst the top 10 gainers? We will soon find out. Right away, number 1 on the list of top gainers is Dangote Sugar. Come on now. I kept saying, buy Dangote Sugar, buy Dangote Sugar. I hope you bought your Dangote Sugar, because what we have right now, number 1 on the top gainers list, 44 naira per share from 40 naira yesterday. That's maximum 10% gained. Dangote Sugar. Second on the list, Okomu Oil, from 680 to 748 naira per share, currently gaining also maximum 10%. Who do we have at number 3? NASCON, 10% maximum gained as well, 74 naira 80 kobo per share. Now, I'm beginning to suspect that news about Dangote food may just be about around the corner, because I really cannot explain why these two stocks, Dangote Sugar and NASCON, are gaining so rapidly, especially on a day like this, when there's nothing else to look forward to. If not for that merger, I don't know what else could have been making both of them suddenly rise. Number 4, Champion Breweries, 9.92 kobo, 9.98% gained. Ella Lakes, number 5, 6 naira 44 kobo, 9.9% gained. CWG, number 6 top gainer, 10 naira 55 kobo, all of a sudden 9.9% gained. Nemet Pharmaceuticals, number 7, 4 naira 47 kobo, 9.83% gained. FTN Cocoa, most of you were here between last week and this week. We were mentioning FTN Cocoa, CWG, Nemet. All of these stocks we've been talking about suddenly are all flying. Thank you very much. I see you there. I'm coming to your comments yet, but hold on, we're not done yet. Nemet Pharmaceutical is number 7, FTN Cocoa number 8, top gainer, currently 3 naira 38 kobo, gaining 9.74%. Then we have number 8. Of course, number 8 is FTN Cocoa. Then number 9 is John Holt PLC. 6 naira 80 kobo, gaining 9.9%. And who is on our number 10? Because the list just keeps growing. Number 10, Thomas Wyatt, 9.13% gained, 2 naira 38 kobo. Keep your eyes on stocks like WAPCO, which is at number 11, 93 naira per share. And then we also have Northern Nigerian Flour Mills, 101. I told you, Northern Nigerian Flour Mills is about to reverse and fly. And what do we have? It is doing just that. Thank you very much. This is how we open the floor for today's session. Remember, on all platforms where you are, go ahead to keep liking, keep giving gifts, and keep sharing the live session to benefit as many people as possible that we can get involved. Okay? All right. Who do we have here? Let's go on to your comments and see how many more we can take. I like this head, Francis Eden. Please, what's Dangote Sugar paper offer for? Do you mean Dangote Sugar commercial papers? It is meant to just raise short-term capital to grow funds. I'm being encouraged that I should engage with viewers. You can try co-hosting with another creator to make your life more fun. No, we are not making fun here. We're making money. How do I create the account? Sir Steven, what account are you asking about? Okay, let's go on to this and see what the questions are on Instagram. Good day, boss. Just discovered you on YouTube and followed here now. Thanks for all you do. Please, which stock can I day trade? Okay, Zoe. Okay, Zoe, Nigerian stocks are not the best. I will advise you to day trade based on the fact that there is a very sluggish volatility when it comes to trying to day trade. Yes, Louisa, you agree with me, right? We are only here to make money. Which stock to go now after an initiative? We need to go on to check what's happening with some of these stocks as we speak. Good afternoon, Coach. Could you please share a list of some stocks that you have analyzed this year that are yet to move? Let's position for the future. Ugu Collins. I will refer you to my TikTok page where we have my stock predictions for 2025. Go through them, and anyone that has not made any reasonable movement, that is the first place to start. Does Atlas have an office in Port Harcourt? Stanley Daupuye, no. They are in Lagos and I think in Abuja. All right, okay. He says, with 5 million, what capital growth stocks will you recommend for me to buy today? Let's go onto the market now and see what is on offer. All I know is that most of the stocks we're looking forward to and analyzing here, they are all now flying. Good day, boss. Okay, I missed that. I got an email about Dangote Sugar commercial paper offer expiring tomorrow. That offer will definitely be oversubscribed. That is always the case. Short-term debt to fund short-term funding needs of a business. That's what commercial papers usually are used for. Right? Going on to the market now, I'm going to give you bit by bit detailed analysis of market reactions, performances, and transactions. Okay? Vitafoam, 74 naira per share. How many of you remember when I told you that even though I had Vitafoam at 23, 25 naira, I had to load more at 55. I told you here, and that eventually increased my average entry price from 24 to 38 naira. But guess what? Most recently, I bought it at at 55. What we have right now is Vitafoam already doing about 74 naira per share. Can you beat that? Currently, Vitafoam is at, what do we have right now? 2 million bids versus 1.2 million offers. That's the current situation. Congratulations to anybody who was brave enough to buy Dangote Sugar, Vitafoam with me. Many of you were here when Dangote Sugar was at 37, 36, and I kept saying, this is an ideal price. Eventually, it dropped to about 32 when the initial fears in the first week of April about U.S. President's tariff war began. There was palpable fear in the entire global markets, and so the stock market dropped. Then Dangote Sugar dropped to as low as 33. That was the first week of April. It rebounded almost immediately the following day and continued. And now what do we have? Dangote Sugar, 44 naira per share, fully booked, no offer. And that's what we know and refer to as full bid. 8 million shares bidded for, 0 offers. And it's at the maximum price for the day, right? So it looks like there's some kind of bull experience in the market, and it's going to really be very interesting. Let's see how developments go. Meanwhile, I told you a week ago or so, and even earlier than that, that NACO is actually a 100 naira stock. What do we have? Yesterday, it popped to 94 naira, and as I speak to you now, NACO is at 99 naira per share. Can you beat that? Can you believe it? Oh, am I frozen on YouTube? Oh, I'm so sorry about that. No wonder the attendance has dropped on YouTube. We will find a way to sort all of this out and hopefully get better. Surely, all of this is going to be sorted out. All right? Apologies to YouTube followers. This will be taken care of very shortly. Let's see how it goes from here. Okay, Ayowale says, I left YouTube for TikTok. All right, not a problem. Everything will be sorted. I've found and seen that YouTube is frozen. It will be sorted, okay? So let's go on without we're still at this testing stage as well as it performed yesterday. Let's not be discouraged today, but let's see what is up there for us on the screens as we continue to follow on with analysis of what's happening in the markets. So I was talking about some stocks doing very well already, and what we have, NACO, 99 naira per share. Can you beat that? This is wonderful, wonderful, really, really amazing to see. So on to your questions. Let's see what happens in the international scene. There has been a ceasefire. Remember the two stocks I mentioned, HUSA and Indonesia Oil, and Houston Oil. Both of them actually gained 50% and above yesterday. They gained 50% yesterday, but eventually dropped back to the opening prices. Why? Because of the ceasefire that was announced by Donald Trump. And suddenly there's a ceasefire and peace talks is now going on, right? Okay. Let's go on to your comments right now. Good afternoon to you also. Tip at 670 is even hard to buy this period. Really? Why is that so? Let me check and see. By all means, take position, stay, hold on to your stocks. Anything can happen. Stay patient with your plans, and it can only get better. Now, can you imagine this? Tip is currently 679 per share. As we speak, 6 naira 79 kobo at the moment. 1.8 million bids versus 979,000 offers. All right? Okay. Good day, boss. Okay, I've responded to that message. Let's see how it goes. The network is very bad on YouTube. Oh, yes. Looks like YouTube is failing today. Maybe I should restart the live stream or refresh. We'll see how it goes. All right. If it gets better, you may want to check and be sure. Is NACO still a good buy? These are the kind of questions that makes me laugh, because I wonder where such a question was when I said it here. It was still at 77 when I said institutional investors are putting money in NACO. I was very specific, and I mentioned that pension fund administrators are now investing in NACO, and that can only let the stock fly. That's because they are in custody of billions of naira, and when they face a stock, forget it. And they are actually even doing it in a very systematic way, so that you don't see too much offers, but yet at the end of the day, heavy transactions are going on. That's what has been happening with NACO. Well, we have NACO already at 99, and this is not when I want to say go and buy NACO, because what if you buy at 99 and it drops? It will now be my fault. This is a NACO that we've been buying since at 25, and for your information, my entry price for NACO 3 years ago was 9 naira per share. In any case, I won't tell you what I've done with all of those stocks right now, but this is how you can create wealth for yourself over time. What do we have? Bua Cement is showing some signs again. Currently, 90 naira per share, gaining for the first time, 417,000 shares traded. And what do we have? Bid and offer status for this first time. Is this the first time? I don't know, maybe the second time ever this year. Bua Cement, currently 967,000 bidded for versus 928,000. So, Bua Cement is currently gaining. And then, of course, the surprise of all stocks so far this year, talking about Bitter Glass, 333 naira per share. This was a stock we were looking at 50 and 60 naira. In this gathering. Okay, so we go ahead to see what's happening with, I said Dangote Sugar. Dangote Sugar is currently now on full bid, as you can see, 8 million bids, no offers. And of course, CWG, suddenly 10 naira 55 kobo. What do we have? Full bid as well, 14 million shares being bidded for versus 0 offers. How many of you bought what you call now CWG? I kept saying buy CWG, buy CWG, buy CWG. So instantly you just walk into profits. That's what we're all about, right? Congratulations to everybody who bought CWG most recently. Up till yesterday, some people bought CWG at 9 naira 25, 9 naira 50 kobo, and so on. And here you go, here we are, it's doing great. All right, let's keep going. Good day, coach. What's your assessment about Sky Aviation? I have not been very satisfied with, okay, I am informed that we will discontinue with transmission on YouTube today. Never mind, tomorrow we go again, okay? So let's keep it, calm, and of course, we go again and even better, okay? So let's keep going. Apologies for all YouTube followers. Eventually, we'll come back stronger tomorrow. Amaka Olesakwe said you bought CWG this morning. Fantastic. And so you must have bought at 9.55 or 9.50 or something, and here you are. Suddenly, 1 naira gained on the same day. If you bought at 9.55, it's now 10.55. Interesting, isn't it? The stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Please, I would like to remind all of us as always, but as always, the market has a way of rewarding us quicker than we ever expected. Frankfurter, I see your gift there. Thank you very much. I got in CWG 920. Success mindset. Congratulations. 920, you're already more than 1 naira up in profit. Is GTCO still a good buy pending half-year results? Well. We all know that they will perform very well. Tyson J says, I bought CWG at 9.05. So you are up 1 naira 50 kobo just like that per share. Awesome. So if you bought 1 million shares, that means you are now 1.5 million naira in profit suddenly. Interesting, isn't it? Without sweating, without fighting, you are still in your AC office and just relax, and things are happening in the stock market for you. Isn't that interesting? Okay, that's what we're talking about, and that's what we're all about, right? Okay, so let's go ahead. Everybody in LLX, congratulations, you are doing well as well. Things are going fantastic for you, and we can't wish any better, right? So enjoy your wins as you keep going. Keep your questions coming in. If you want to call in, feel free to call in now. It says, what price should we get GTCO? That's a big question, because as it stands now, I told you that GTCO and Stanbic IBTC are in a race to become the first Nigerian bank to cost 100 naira per share. Now, what do we have at the moment? We have GTCO currently at 83 naira, and I'm wondering, is it really wise to buy GTCO at 83? This was a stock that just did a public offer at, is it 30 something or 45 naira per share? And look at what we have here. All-time high is 84. I always am a bit weary about buying stocks at the all-time high or close to the all-time high. In any case, it's not a bad stock if you want to buy for the long term, but there may not be much capital gains to get from GTCO. There may not be much capital gains left, irrespective of what happens with the first half result for the year. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Boluma. It's good to have you here again. So, I told you that Northern Nigerian Flour Mills is about to reverse, and that reversal is going on as we speak right now. Up to 100 naira per share from 93 naira 20 kobo. It closed yesterday. And what do we have? 1.5 million shares bidded for versus 170,000 shares. So suddenly, even Northern Nigerian Flour Mills that people were running away from is about to go into full bid. Thank you very much, Boluma. I see your roses there. Appreciate. Good day, coach. Can I buy MTN stock now? Well, it's looking like MTN eventually has stabilized and perhaps wants to gather more steam to jump again. So you should buy before the next round of rise of MTN stocks. Currently, the offers are less than, the bids are less than the offers. And so, wow, just wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what am I seeing here? Somebody just dropped 100 million naira to buy Royal Exchange Assurance at once. 100 million naira. 100 million naira. 100 million. In fact, this is like 100 million shares and then 500,000, 500,000. Some serious buyer is scooping quantums of Royal Exchange Assurance, and this is now challenging me to really check what's really going on with Royal X. Royal X has moved from 1 naira 4 kobo to 1 naira 10 kobo, and that person who bought 100 million shares at once is still being displayed there, actually bought them at 1 naira 10 kobo per share. Look at that, 100 million shares, and now I need to really check what the situation with Royal Exchange Assurance is. Is it something the market has ignored for so long? Just give me a moment. I'm about to check and confirm to you the financial overview. Okay, their revenue is not up to 1 billion naira yet. Net income, 122 million from a revenue of 655 million. All trailing 12 months figures. Earnings per share of just 2 kobo. No, not worth my penny. Unless something else is brewing behind the scene that I'm not able to lay my hands on right now. So Boluma says, I have gotten my login details with Atlas. Okay, my account is now active. Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much for that feedback. Looks like things have started improving over there. What stock do you suggest we buy at the moment? Yeah, very good question, because the way it's looking, every other stock is just jumping and you don't want to go and catch a falling knife. So let's look through and see what one can actually buy. Unilever has actually been ignored for a while because it looks like it's about the most expensive amongst the fast-moving consumer goods stocks. If you ask me, Unilever is not looking bad with the numbers they have and the prospects going forward. And let me also inform us, this is an educative platform as well. We need to understand how the market operates. Some companies tend to do better towards the end of the year. Others do better from the beginning of the year, depending on what sector of the economy they operate and how highly their products get in demand. Now, fast-moving consumer goods manufacturers actually produce items that are usually consumed mostly during the festive season. So expect a lot of activities in these stocks in terms of their revenues and profits towards the third and fourth quarter of the year. So when you make a lot of your money from the first set of stocks that makes their monies in the first quarter, you want to focus on all those festivity stocks. And that also includes NACO, because you know what? Dirty December, a lot of travels, left, right, and center. NACO will have a lot of work to do towards that festive season. And even before the festive season comes, remember, we are approaching August as well, when there will be a lot of travels again for summer holidays. So all of those activities helps companies in their respective sectors to make a lot of money. So if you are comparing first quarter result of NACO to second or third quarter results, you may be making a mistake, because towards the third and fourth quarter, they make a killing in their business. Lynn says, I'm new here. What investment platform are you using? Hello, Lynn. Thank you very much for joining us. We are glad to have you for the first time. I use Atlas portfolios for investing in Nigerian stocks. All right? You're very much welcome. Feel free, be at home. You are the reason why we are here on a daily basis, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time, to share in the joy of investing and seeing our money grow in the stock markets and the money markets and every other capital market investments available. It's all genuine, it's all do-it-yourself, and so nobody's going to demand for you to bring money to invest on your behalf. That way, we minimize every chance of a scam and so on and so forth. So feel free, do it yourself, ask questions, and enjoy the ride. We are one big family who have decided to help each other to get out of the rat race of life. We can't keep working for money all our lives. That's why we're here. Money has started working for us so we can decide on our retirement. Just like I have done long ago, I stopped working for money, and that's why I'm able to talk to you by this time. Eventually, we all can be financially so free and build wealth to the extent we use our time for other better things. We could meet and have a solid knowledge session together somewhere in any part of the world, because we've bought our time and we've got the money, and then we can just enjoy our freedom. Coach, have Champ started selling their 1 naira 70 kobo stock? Don Stanley, it's rights issue for only existing shareholders. It is still awaiting approval of the Securities and Exchange Commission. So that rights issue has not started yet. Good afternoon, Coach. What's the best price to bid for Aradel today? Okay, let's go ahead to see what's happening with Aradel. For instance, we have, just a moment, 513 naira per share at the moment, 2 million bids. So as long as the bids are more than the offers, you can still get at as long as the offers are more than the bids, you can still get at 513 naira 70 kobo. As we speak, that's not a bad price, knowing it closed yesterday at 536. Good afternoon, Coach. Do you think the conflict situation in the Middle East will affect Nigerian stocks? If yes, which direction should we be looking at? Shilben, if I'm getting your name correctly. First off, as we speak at this moment, that Middle East conflict has eased off with a ceasefire in place right now and peace talks going on, okay? That's one. Number two, should it ever escalate further and affect the Nigerian market, oil stocks will benefit from it, because whenever there is a conflict in oil producing nations, what you have is a jump in oil price, right? That's because that conflict will definitely disrupt distribution of oil across borders. And for that reason, scarcity to an extent, and then oil price will go up. So what happened yesterday, as predicted, like I said, Indo and Husa, 2 oil stocks in the U.S. market, jumped over 50%. And then oil prices also shot up while the crisis escalated with Iran's response to U.S. Now, they fired shots, missiles at a U.S. military base in Qatar. But you know what? The U.S. military already had a dome, an iron dome that was just trapping all of those missiles being thrown at them. So afterwards, because that was an escalation, I said it in my post that if Iran eventually retaliates against U.S., that will further spike more further tensions and eventually get oil prices going up, and these oil stocks are still jumping alongside. Well, because of the failure of Iran to break through that iron wall or iron dome, after they did that bombing, they've now gone into peace talks. And for that reason, the moment there was a ceasefire, of course, it means the escalation has stopped, and then tensions reducing. What do you have? Oil prices dropped again, then those oil stocks dropped again. right? But if there was anybody who was smart enough to bank profit, and that's what I say about foreign stocks, once you start seeing profit between 30, 40, 50, 70% upwards, take profit immediately, because this market is very ruthless. In any case, what do we have? It has happened. Even for HIMS, a stock like HIMS, just because NVO decided they were not going to continue the partnership they had with them, the stock price dipped massively, right? Now, if you sat down, because HIMS is a long-term stock, and you were waiting, you saw the stock you bought at 20-something or 30-something dollars jump to 70, you didn't sell, and you were just waiting that it will continue that way, you have lost, because suddenly it drops down to 40-something. And you'll be wondering, if I had sold at $70 per share, now I could have taken another position to see how far it goes again. So that's the way to play the foreign markets. I repeat again, do not sit down and just watch your profits disappear, because there is so much volatility in the foreign market, and you don't want to just be thrown left, right, and center every time stock prices fluctuate as badly as they do, or as massively as they do. Coach, I'm coming from YouTube, can't see you live. Benjamin Tai Bolaji, apologies, please. We had some challenges there, and we had to give up a transmission there. NACO, 99 naira per share, and a whole lot of more deals still going on at that price. When I tell you something, sometimes take it with a pinch of salt. Sometimes take it hook, line, and sinker. For this one, the call was perfectly correct. It was still selling at 77. Somebody asked, I also told the person, go ahead and buy, even at 77, because institutional investors are taking position in that stock. And what do we have? They've not finished buying as we speak, because on a daily basis, millions of naira is being pumped into NACO, and we are seeing it at 99 naira per share. I just mentioned casually that it's a 100 naira stock. I was sure it is, but how soon, I didn't know. And would it have happened so soon? I couldn't have told you today that NACO will be selling at 99 naira. So that's one prediction done already. Coach, what do you think is happening to HIM stock presently? Well, I just mentioned what happened to HIM stock. One of their major collaborators, NVO, decided to discontinue their collaboration on a particular drug, weight loss drug and all of those things, because HIMS does some of those things. And then that's just it. The market just reacted to such a deal being canceled or being discontinued, all right? So is it still okay to buy NACO now, or we should not jump on that? Please don't jump on that at this point. You just can't tell. When the stock price keeps driving up that way, there's always the likelihood of a pullback. You don't know whether if you buy at 99, that's when the thing decides to pull back. So it's better that you channel such money that you want to use to buy NACO now to go and look for Northern Nigerian Flour Mills, which is about to restart a jump from its pullback. It pulled back from 130 naira per share down to 80-something naira and 90-something. But as we speak now, it's on its way back up. And let me give you an update again on Northern Nigerian Flour Mills. That's it right there, currently 100 naira per share, up from 93 naira 20 kobo yesterday. There are 1.5 million bids, though the highest bid is at 96 naira per share, but you have just 190,000 offers, and the lowest offer is 100 naira per share. Whether the price will change at the end of the day depends on if they have done a 100,000 shares transaction all at once, or at that 100 naira per share price. In any case, you could also turn your attention to a stock like WAPCO. It kind of slows down too much, but at 88, it's still a good buy, considering the fact that it is already warming up to fly again. WAPCO, currently, wow, somebody has just bought, it's now 90 naira 85 kobo per share. 3.9 million bids versus 1.1 million offers. This market is all about patience, and you will get your money's worth. Good day, Coach. Please talk about Dang Sugar commercial paper. I haven't stumbled on the circular for that. It will be nice to go through it before today runs out. I'll let you know further details. Okay. All right. Good day, coach. What's your assessment about Sky Aviation? I've done that analysis several times in this live session between Sky Aviation and NACO. You can't compare both, but in any case, Sky Aviation is a sympathy play with NACO, just as Okomu is to Presco. Every time NACO flies, they start looking for the next business close to what NACO does, and they go in all out for it. But they are miles apart in terms of performances. In any case, for your sake, let's go again. Sky Aviation versus NACO. Well, I don't need to even compare them. I'm just looking at earnings per share for Sky Aviation is 5 naira 54 kobo. That's impressive, not bad. The question is, how much do they pay as dividend? That's where the problem is. They paid 60 kobo per share. Now, that's very discouraging, and that's why Sky Aviation was very cheap. But because NACO was now running away, everybody decided, let's go on and get what we couldn't get in NACO in Sky Aviation. In any case, if they want to sustain this stock price currently, they need to improve on their dividend massively, because NACO paid 5 naira 94 kobo per share dividend, and you are having a closest competitor paying just 60 kobo. It's a slap on the face of the shareholders, if you ask me. And so that's why it's been ignored for so long. So they had better sit up and pay better. Otherwise, even this 64 naira it is now will soon disappear. WAPCO shares are at 93. Should we buy? I would not advise you buy above 90. WAPCO has a tendency of always pulling back whenever it makes a major move. So you could still buy it less than 93. Good morning, Coach. Please, what do you think about buying GTCO, Zenith, and Stanbic stocks today? The strongest 3 banks you can think of in the Nigerian sector. That's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. Coach, na money we believe you die. That's my sister over there. I understand this language, this Port Harcourt language. We believe you die, right? This Ebele, thank you very much. I bought at 40 naira. The BC, what did you buy at 40, please? Can you confirm? Okay, we have a caller in the house, Leon John. We're going to listen to Leon John before we make further progress today. Thank you very much. I see your gift there. Really appreciate it. I hope your portfolio is doing fine and you are happy with what you have. Hello, sir.
I don't change anything.
Hello.
Leon, hello, good afternoon, boss. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, coach.
Okay, could you please speak a bit louder?
Good afternoon, coach. I'm calling from Benin.
Good afternoon from Benin. Go ahead, John.
Thanks, sir. For this second time I'm listening to your live broadcast, and I was really impressed by your teacher and your coach. So I was trying to create an account on Bamboo. I don't need to another account to be able to create to get involved in this stock market.
Use your Bamboo for instance.
Sir?
Use your Bamboo for foreign stocks.
Yes, but since I dropped my verification up to now, since last week, Tuesday, they are not verified me yet. I don't know what's the delay. I don't know who I will call, who I will ask for help.
Is it on Bamboo?
Yes, on Bamboo, sir.
Okay, and you intend to invest in foreign stocks?
Yes, on Bamboo.
Do you intend to invest in foreign stocks?
Yes, sir.
Or is it for Nigerian stocks?
for forex stocks.
Okay. Go through their customer service outlets. Contact
You need a one
here
thing.
on the app. You should be able to see your background is very noisy. We can't communicate like this. In any case, just go to, I don't know, I don't
I'm
have
so
the
sorry, sir.
to as well. So just find a way to go through the app and see if you can see any of their contact numbers for WhatsApp, emails as well. Before you try and give it a try. Okay?
Okay, sir. I don't need to recommend any other platform for me to create an account more than any other stock account.
The background, I'm so sorry. The background is too noisy. We can't continue. It's really disturbing in the ears. Hello, Josh.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
I'm Joshua from Lagos,
Joshua,
Nigeria.
good to have you. Thank you for joining. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just wanted to, I'm not new in this space. I've been
Okay.
with you for years. Even before I discovered you, I've been actively in the stock market, both local and forex. But
Interesting.
I just want to know if the Atlas lead people, if they're online, because Cardinal Stone has been frustrating me recently, and I want to move
Oh,
my assets down to Atlas and register with them. I'll appreciate if I can get the link and to register with them and steps to proceed with moving all the assets. And I want to
interesting.
also thank you very much for uh, what you do, for your time coming in every day to do this. Is not an easy task. And I myself, over the years, couple of years I've been with you, I've benefited a lot from your recommendations and your picks. And I have some assets doing over 300, 400% from your picks. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's very heartwarming to hear. And this is why I'm so proud of people like you. You show how smart you are. You can take instructions from afar, from a distance, and make money out of it. Really glad to hear from you. I'm very impressed. As for your request for link to open a brokerage account, not to worry. Just do me a DM on Instagram so I can forward the link to open your Atlas Portfolios account. I have
I will do that.
always preferred somebody like you who is already very exposed and knowledgeable in this. You will enjoy the how do I put it now? You will enjoy the ease with which you can just execute your trade and so on and so forth. So
Mm.
over to you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Lots of
Thank
them
you.
have surely respond. Thank you very much, Josh. Appreciate. Someone is doing 400% from a distance. Awesome. Every time I hear things like this, I get the exact feeling that I'm speaking to people that I was sent to. I do not have to have met you necessarily before you start benefiting from what I do. 400% in a particular stock. Wow. Awesome. You guys are just the smartest in this world, and I'm so glad to even relate with you. Okay, if you were to advise one stock only to invest 5 million for minimum 3 months, nobody can time the market, sir. Do you see how the American market is jumping up and down? Anything can happen in the foreign markets, and it will trickle down and affect the Nigerian market. So when you give yourself such a short timeline, anything can happen. If you asked me this question yesterday, I remember mentioning CWG. Everybody was coming for short term, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. I said buy CWG. And now CWG has jumped from 930. It used to sell yesterday as low as 930, 950 to 1055. So I would say even at 1055 CWG. Now the question is, you will now go and start chasing a running train. A moving train, jumping into a moving train, you know how dangerous that is. So we can't time the market. Even when I'm saying CWG, it is not in anybody's hands to decide when a stock moves. You just do your due diligence and then wait for whenever the market wakes up. Because remember, the market is dealing with all sorts of emotions of millions of people. We've been waiting patiently for Aradel. Nobody knew that one majority shareholder will want to take some profits in Aradel the moment it gets listed. That's the only reason Aradel is where it is. Up till yesterday, even Cardinal Stone actually did their analysis and rated Aradel to be that Aradel should be selling for a price target of 800 naira per share. But you know what? While they are doing that based on all the assessment, all the following all the protocols, the academic procedure of determining the stock price of a particular stock, they can't control the thinking of one majority shareholder who wants to sell a bulk of whatever he has. Maybe he's divesting into some other business, not all he's holding, just a little of what he has, and he's not done selling. You see? So until such things that you can't see are out of the way, that you can't do much. The same thing with charms. Somebody was busy selling down charms and you can't do nothing. With all your analysis, somebody is suppressing the price because they made money from charms. Maybe they bought at 70 kobo and they are very happy to sell at 2 naira, 10 kobo, 2 naira, and so on. So they will keep selling. That's the point, right? B. Arike says, I agree. I remember buying CWG 10 and dropped, and now it's picking up again. That's the thing. That time you bought at 10, it should have jumped to 11. But when somebody is always coming, I told you, I followed that stock till the last. And I noticed consecutively, somebody will just come towards close of trading, pump enough shares into the market and so on. Right? Okay. Yeah, Clean is in the building. I know he will have something to say about my cardigan. Well, it's very cold here after a very rainy night. And then, of course, this thing is blowing and wanting to give me catarrh. So I have to protect myself. That's it. Hello, coach. What do you think of Nestle? Every time I remember Nestle, I remember when it was 9 naira 27 years ago and I was afraid. I said, no, this one is too expensive. In any case, it looks like a stock that has really been milked. But you know what? There's still a lot of value in that stock. Just that there are so many other places to put your money and make money off. Aria Soapworks says, YouTube live stream is off, coach. Yes, we actually started and around 15, 20 minutes into the session, it was freezing. So they need to sort it out. And therefore, my apologies have already been sent. Once again, being sent. YouTube will resume tomorrow. So let's just work with what we have today. Coach, please do a quick comparison between WAPIC and consolidated hallmark. Okay. For the information of those who are not aware, WAPIC is now Coronation Insurance, and then consolidated hallmark. Let's see what it is that they have to offer in competition with WAPIC. Okay, comparative analysis between the two of them. Consolidated hallmark is currently at 3 naira. Coronation Insurance, which is WAPIC, is at 2 naira 5 kobo. Market capitalization for Conhall is 32.5 billion. For WAPIC is 49 billion. So WAPIC has a higher market capitalization. Revenue 56 billion for WAPIC. Consolidated hallmark 51 billion. Net income 21.5 billion for consolidated hallmark. WAPIC net income 10 billion. Now this is where consolidated is better than WAPIC, beginning with net income. WAPIC generated 56 billion, more than consolidated Hallmark's 51 billion. But when it comes to net income, which is the profit left for the from the revenues made, WAPIC achieved just 10.18 billion from their 56 billion, whereas consolidated Hallmark's 51 billion, they retained 21.5 billion, double what WAPIC got as net income. What that tells you is the efficiency. Consolidated has better efficiency in using capital to make profit more than WAPIC. Double what WAPIC made is what Consolidated Hallmark Insurance made. I mean, yes, and then shares outstanding 10.8 billion Consolidated Hallmark. WAPIC has 23.9 billion shares, double the number of shares that Consolidated Hallmark has, nearly double, very nearly double. And for that reason, Consolidated Hallmark Insurance has a higher earnings per share of 1.98 kobo, trailing 12 months, by the way, whereas WAPIC has 42 kobo, not even up to 50 kobo. So that's why WAPIC is still at 2 naira, Consolidated Hallmark is at 3 naira. So the market somehow, some way, is finding a way to price them correctly. If you look at the PE ratio, while WAPIC has 4.83 times, Consolidated Hallmark has 1.51, which is better because the lower the PE ratio, the better priced a stock is. So even though on the face value, Consolidated Hallmark Insurance is more expensive at 3 naira per share versus WAPIC's 2 naira per share, it is better to buy Consolidated Hallmark because you are paying lesser for the value in Consolidated Hallmark than WAPIC. So if you ask me, the final analysis amongst the two, Consolidated Hallmark, I will buy comfortably at 3 naira than buy WAPIC at 2 naira. Thank you very much. Okay, I have callers. Let me take their calls. And if Atlas is in the house, I'll also get them in. Please, if you are not calling in and you are calling in by mistake, let's know so we don't waste our time. Okay? All right. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, coach. Good afternoon,
Please
sir.
tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Emmanuel. I'm streaming from Lagos.
Thank you, Emmanuel from Lagos. Go ahead.
All right, coach. And I've been following you for a while now, but I've not been consistent. The TikTok notification will just pop up, so sometimes I'll be busy at work. But for some weeks now, I've been coming. I want to really appreciate you. So a very quick one, sir. For somebody that has 200,000 to spare monthly for stock, what do you recommend? I know sometimes like past result does not say that maybe the positive, maybe next result will be positive, but I just want your recommendation, so I will do my own due diligence and then pick like 5 stocks. Somebody wants to be committing 200k monthly for a long time, let's say 5-7 years duration.
Now, the point is you can't just pick a stock or 5 stocks and keep investing in those stocks for the next 5 years or however long. That's because
Okay.
anything can happen along the line. You are supposed to invest based on market developments and a convincing analysis of what the value of what you're investing is. Is it worth it? Because I could tell you buy so and so stock today, and everything justifies the decision to recommend that.
Okay.
1-2 years after now, economic policies, government policies, all kinds of global effects can come up and mess up that industry or that sector which that stock
Okay,
is in. And then it
that's
becomes
true.
a wrong. So you don't set out to pick specific stocks and keep pursuing them. The best
Okay,
fantastic plan to set aside 200,000 every month. Your duty is to hang around a community like this, follow market trends, and know what to buy. That is not to say you can't consistently invest in a stock for the next 1, 2, 3 years. As long as whatever you found about a stock continues to subsist, and the price is still okay, reasonable, you can keep
okay,
building on that stock. So the long and short of it is every month, as the money comes, you are looking at what's happening with this stock that I have finally settled for, or these stocks that I have finally settled for. As long as the prospects continue to be good, you keep building on it and so on. For instance, I bought Vitafoam around February at 23 naira per share, spoke about it here, and then eventually it climbed to 55.
uh,
He came back and said, look, I'm buying Vitafoam again, and I bought more Vitafoam at 55. Today it is 70 something, right? So
okay,
you could do that, but there comes a time when it might have gone too far also. Now,
yes,
outside the scenario where the stock might underperform because of one external factor or the other, another thing is it could become too expensive to keep buying that same stock. I'll give you an instance. Like November, we were buying a stock like, Presco, 450 naira. 450, 440, it went to 500, then 550. Some people bought at 550 around January, and it kept going. As we speak now, it's 1,200 and something naira. You won't come back
I saw it
and
today.
continue to buy at 1,200 naira. You will now look for another one because somehow, some way, you have been outpriced because your 200,000 will be better served with other stocks that have prospects of doubling it more than.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's the way it
I
works.
get it.
It's almost like the
I
way
get it, coach.
Seplat is now, $5,000 naira per share. You can't go and start buying Seplat now. Before it will
No, no,
double,
no, no.
that's it. Seplat will sell at 10,000 naira per share, and nobody knows when that can happen. You get the point now. So
Uh,
that's it.
I get it, sir. Well, at the moment, I have UBA, Zenith, MTN, Dangote, Sugar, Transcorp, and I just added UAC today. I hope I'm fine for now.
Solid stocks that will also give you regular dividend cash flow. Talking about the banks that pays twice every year. Fantastic. So you are also going to be expecting dividend in October latest from those stocks.
Okay.
All right. So in
Thank you,
that
coach.
case, if you are not satisfied with the volume you have, amongst the names you have mentioned, for the banks, instead of now, for instance, instead of building up your GTCO, I would say build up your UBA and Zenith.
No, I just have UBA and Zenith, 10K units. I just started
Okay,
10K units each.
you can
I think
grow.
last week I bought Zenith as 45 naira also. Forgotten.
It's okay. You can actually continue to build on those two
Okay. Thank you, coach.
because after now, you may not find them anything below the current prices they are. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir.
The next on the line is Emmanuel Shelep. While we are trying to connect with Shelep, Eugene says Atlas Portfolio should please upgrade their IT department to save us from recurring access issues. Okay,
Where is the picture? If you want
Emmanuel,
me to gamble with it.
Emmanuel Shelep is not aware that we are calling, so we'll just drop him off. Queen Ademola, you are next. Coach, can we still buy LLX at the current price, please? No, I do not encourage you to run after a flying stock. You may just catch a falling knife because just when you buy, it starts falling, and that's a falling knife. You know what that does to you if you catch a falling knife. Blood on the dance floor, right? Please, I'm new here. Which stock can I buy? Lizzie Hipsy. If you are new, do you have a brokerage account yet? If you do, is it funded at the moment? If it is, then I would say buy UACN or Unilever or Zenith Bank. But do not buy Zenith Bank for more than 50 naira for now. For now. What about Fidelity Bank, King Kids Hub? I can tell you Fidelity Bank is actually very cheap at 19 naira. Following all what has happened, that's the reason why it's where it is now. But I'll be here to start talking to you again to remind us that Fidelity was at 19 this week. Next week is 22. How many of you got in at 19? That will be the question. Currently 30 million bids versus 14 million offers. So interest in Fidelity is building up the more. WAPCO at 86, not bad considering how long it has stayed around there. But it's looking like it's warming up to rise above 90. For now, 86.20, which is good. Coach, can I buy FTN Cocoa for short term? Well, you are late to the party. You can't even find FTN Cocoa because a lot of money is chasing it. Can you imagine from nowhere, 18 million shares have been traded of this particular stock? And we have 22 million bids, zero offers. Look at this stock that was lingering at 198 kobo forever. Suddenly, when it jumps to 2 naira plus and we think it will come back, it's now 338 and on full bid. I hear the price of cocoa in the international market is rising. Could there be many more news behind this rise of FTN cocoa? We will hear eventually. Matman is next on the queue. Which platform do you use for what? For your analysis, Olufemi, trading
Good afternoon, Coach.
investing.com. Very good afternoon to you. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Yeah, my name is Oladapo Mati. I'm streaming from Lagos.
Oladapo from Lagos.
What happened is around 2008, when Transcorp sold their public offer, I bought them on public offer. I don't remember whether it's 5 naira or so, but I could not even trace it again. I checked my name on the CS, this EU Vident site, but I couldn't get any of my name. I couldn't get my name on it. And I remember I bought AIT, I bought Transcorp, and I bought Dunlop on public offer then during Obasanjo regime. And I couldn't even know how to trace my I couldn't know how to trace any of it. So
All right.
now I want to invest back into the stock. I don't even know how to start all over.
Get a stock brokerage account and apply to open an account for yourself. Once the account is confirmed, tell them to do a global search for you. All the stocks you bought, whenever you bought them, they are at CSCS, where all stocks are warehoused. Your broker will do a global search, get them across to you, put them in your brokerage account for you to be able to start seeing and doing whatever you want to do with them. That's the way it works. So none of what you invested is missing. Just that some of the companies may not be doing well. When you mention AIT, you're talking about DA Communications. DA is currently 60 something kobo per share. But anything can happen. You know, in this market, never say never. Ella Lake was dead and buried until suddenly things turned around.
Okay, so how do I get a broker?
Follow me on Instagram, send me a DM, and I'll forward a link to you to open your brokerage account. Or you can decide to work with any broker of your choice if you have one.
I don't have anyone at the moment. I want to ask, if I have like around 2 million, should I put it in a treasury bill or put it in stock.
The ball is in your court. You
Just a
decide.
kind advice.
For
You are,
me,
you are the coach, sir.
if I were you, I have no business putting money in treasury bills when I want to grow the money as fast as I can. From what the stock market is doing for so many people here, what am I going to put 2 million in treasury bills for? Doesn't make sense.
Okay.
If you want to invest in treasury bills, knowing that treasury bills now is around 18%, which is nothing, that's for one full year. What I will do is I have a huge stash of money that I don't want to put in the stock market. And the question is, why don't I want to put it in the stock market in the first place? Maybe I don't want to risk anything. I just want this to be there perpetually. Then it's okay. Otherwise, there's no need putting that money there.
Okay, sir. Thanks very much, sir. So
Thank you
I'll
very
message you on
much.
Instagram, sir.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? NACO, 102 naira 75 kobo per share. Come on now. We are making money this year. I told you in January that we are making money this year. It's like a dream. It's like a prophecy. But guess what? It's happening before our very eyes. Suddenly, NACO 100. Oh my goodness. All right, we'll see how it goes. 102 naira 75 kobo. Though somebody has quickly gone there to just sell 20 units at 99 naira 50 kobo. Maybe they are trying to remove attention from the stock, but the stock price continues to jump. My goodness, aren't we blessed? We are right here calling it, and it's happening, even when we do not have control over these things. Come on now, you all need, in fact, you all deserve a vacation in, where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? UK? Where? Where do you want to go for your vacation? You all deserve a vacation. What? Gradually and gradually, lives are changing. Who would have thought? Oh my God, I'm seeing Ibiza, Singapore, Brazil. Oh, my people even have taste. So much taste for the best things of life. I am in the best place indeed. Oh, Paris, immaculate. Okay. All we need is just a Schengen visa to cover most of those areas, right? Interesting stuff. You just deserve this vacation for staying at it, staying focused, and watching your money grow before our very eyes. And we are not retired yet. Remember, we are planning for retirement. Now imagine what a billionaire you can be by the time you are retiring. That's why I've said it several times. Listen to me. I am in your life to move you from that level of limitation in your wealth creation journey to the next. We all have our financial thermostats and we've been shut down. It's almost like there is no amount of hustle you can hustle and make money beyond 10 million. Some people, they can't shoot beyond 100 million. Some have managed to shoot 200 million, but they can't go beyond $500 million. Some are hovering around just under $1 billion. I am here to give you that push to take you far above those ceilings that have been limiting you. And this is how we do it. Very neat, very simple, right? Congratulations, everybody. Really, really excited with what is happening here. I put 30 million treasury bills and will be unlocked next week. I need to buy stocks long term, sir. Well, you are hearing all what we're saying, right? Cadbury, not bad to lock in money there and relax and watch the money grow. Cadbury, USCN, Unilever, their season is coming, and this is how it happens. You know, I keep saying it, and before you know it has happened, right? Their season is coming. It's not yet here yet, but their season is approaching. Coach, please, your analysis platform, please spell it here. You want to go and analyze and analyze and analyze. I said trading view and investing.com, but you need to go and understand some other things so that it makes a lot of sense. But if you already have that understanding, very simple. Even those who try to chart, that's to use charts, chart patterns to determine entry and exit of a stock price, right? Especially those who do day trades. So technical analysis can easily be done on trading, investing.com, but you will have to subscribe to get the most sophisticated use of those what you call resources. Okay, coach, please, how long max does it take global search? Raymond, well, I really can't tell, depends. CSCS determines all of that. If you are, you see now that if you are not following me, you are losing money. I hope you know now. All right, next on the queue is Beauty. Let's hear from Beauty. Let's see how many, let's see how we can clear all the calls. They should beware of analysis paralysis. Fabziano, you know this, right? Exactly. A lot of times, too much analysis, you just hold on to a stock, nothing is happening. There is a lot that determines what's happening. Beyond the analysis is the behind the scenes activities. I just came one day and told you institutional money is pursuing NACO. And it just looked like nothing was happening. The stock was just there. Then it was at 77 to reach 80 to come down to 77. Didn't take long. Boom, 102. So now you know. If you were analyzing and paralyzing and saying, okay, this one is too expensive now because it just jumped from 60 something to 80 something, let's leave it alone. You didn't see the other part. So the market is full of all sorts of things. Some, the analysis is telling you zero. Don't go there, forget about it, without knowing something is happening at the background that makes nonsense of whatever poor results you are looking at. So you need to grab from everywhere before you make up your mind on what to do, right? Okay, looks like some people actually are calling in without knowing, because every time you try to pick up the calls, then they disappear. Beauty is next. Hello, Beauty.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's good to have you. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Beauty. I'm coming from Lagos State, Nigeria.
You're from Lagos State. Lagos is actually leading the way all along. Thank you for joining. Please go ahead with your questions.
Thank you, sir. So my friend introduced me to this, and I really don't know how to go about it. I don't know if you could pull me through. Though I've already sent you a message on Instagram.
Sorry, you seem to be echoing. Are you using an earpiece? I want to hear you clearly. What did you say again?
Okay, sir. I said a friend introduced me to you. She told me
Okay.
about you. So I really don't know anything about it. She said I should join your live today. So I joined. I don't know anything about it, but I want to start investing. I don't know.
Okay, thank you so very much for joining, and I'll do this real quick. We are a group of people looking for very legitimate means of growing the money that we are making from whatever we are doing right now. It's either you are working or you are doing business, whatever it is. We came to realize that, truly speaking, you can't keep working for money for the rest of your life. If you must be wealthy and enjoy your life later on, then you must find a way to make the money you are making now to work for you. And one very legitimate way to do it while still not having to disappear or leave what you are doing is that you can invest in the stock market. Now, so many people are afraid of the stock market because of the risks involved, but we had the biggest and the best investor of our time, right? The greatest investor of our time, Warren Buffett, saying risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. So what we have done is I have offered my 27 years experience in the stock market, and I'm sharing the knowledge that I have gathered through that period so that you and any other person who is just joining will now avoid all the mistakes I've made in the past and put you on a fast track level to be able to grow your money by just giving you advice on a daily basis. where to invest, why you should invest here, where not to invest, and what to do part time. While we are doing that, you are also growing your knowledge base because the market is so dynamic, you can't continue to pursue after what you are doing in the market with previous knowledge. It's a dynamic market. Things happen, developments go on, and so I created this community. We are on Discord app. So outside the 2 hours on a daily basis that I speak here live streaming, I'm also available. And then we have Club ESCO members. The Discord group, we are called Network Investors Club. Nigerians abroad, Nigerians in Nigeria, and some foreigners are in that club. We are over 2,200 members already and still counting. Just as you have heard, some people are observing from far and they take instructions and then they make money. So the more you are in a gathering like this, the more your financial acumen and money management skills improves. But long and short, our target is to grow our net worth. What is your net worth? All your assets minus all your liabilities. The balance is what you are worth. So the idea is keep growing money and so that you can eventually retire as early as possible. By the way, it may mean you deny yourself certain immediate gratification, but be rest assured that going forward, you are about to step into the best life you can ever dream of. All because you sacrifice immediate gratification to invest most of your money. That's what we're all about. Makes sense?
Yes, sir, it does. But please, sir, could you? I sent you a message on Instagram to know which one and how to start going about it because I want to start investing.
Fantastic. You already know the routine. After the live session, I'll respond to DMs on Instagram. Actually, I didn't even respond to any DM yesterday, so I'm sure some are still pending. Hopefully, I'll clear all of them today. I'll send you the link to open your brokerage account. I'll send you the link to also join Network Investors Club. And then the link to my YouTube channel where you can go and get some beginner guide videos. Just subscribe all for free. No one is coming to ask you to bring money to invest. Please take note of that.
Okay, sir.
Eat yourself clock so you are not going to lose money at all while leveraging on the knowledge that we have. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you very
Fantastic.
much.
I now look forward to your own success story one day.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Lagos is really on fire. Several of the calls, more than 90% of the calls today, all Lagosians. Do not sleep wherever you are. Time waits for nobody. People are making money quietly. Ife and Nisha is next on the queue. Coach, please, when will Vitafoam be paying dividend? If at all they do pay, tomorrow, Jamil, I'll confirm that. Hello, Anisha, are you there?
Yeah, hello, coach.
Good afternoon. Tell us where you're streaming from.
Yeah, my name is Ifeanyi. I'm streaming from Ogun State, Nigeria. I want to say a very big thank you for all you've been doing all the while.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I have a question. I spoke to my dad. So he went and get his shared document. He was able to stumble on a CSCS statement that was printed for him in the year 2012. So I noticed there is you have like 6 or 7 stocks. So out of those, I can see GSK. I know GSK is no more in Nigeria. Bako Bag. I think Bako Bag was taken over by Flour Mills. Then Mobile Nigeria. So I want to know how do we go about these stocks that are no more on the that have been delisted or no more active.
All right. First, you mentioned, what's the first stock you mentioned now?
GSK.
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Bako Bag.
Glasgow Smith Kline. They have delisted from the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and shareholders were actually paid off. That means he's supposed to have been paid off. What he will do is later on find out. Just Google search registrars of GSK Nigeria.
Okay.
Will follow up because the registrars are the custodians of the register of shareholders, and they are saddled with the responsibility of paying out dividends. And of course, when it comes to delisting and payout of minority shareholders, they also handle it. That's for GSK. The other is Bagco. Also, Bagco was taken over by Flour Mills. Flour Mills has also been delisted. They got delisted last year. So that means by Flour Mills taking over Bagco, your dad should have some shares of Flour Mills in replacement of his Bagco. And 56 naira per share was paid out to minority shareholders. Now, two things may happen. You might have unclaimed dividends with Flour Mills. Then, of course, his 56 naira per share, whatever his Baco was that was exchanged for Flour Mills, he should also have that. That too should be dealt with
Like the
through
registrar.
registrars as well. Okay. Atlas Portfolios is in the house, and they have just given an update that the registrars for GSK is Greenwich Registrars, right? So all you
Right.
can do is now find a way, because you need to follow this up for him, but you will have to use his resources, talking about his email address and whatever it is. If possible,
Definitely.
if you can visit them or whatever it is, that's the route to follow. Then for the last one you mentioned, what was that?
Mobile Hall, Mobile Nigeria.
Mobile was delisted from the NGX to the NASD. So Mobile still exists, but it's no longer Mobile. It's now called Double One PLC. That is 1 1. So if you don't know, you may call it 11 PLC. No, it's not 11.
Okay.
It's Double One PLC. That's what Mobile is now. On the NASD, it continues to exist. He also must have some unclaimed dividend there. So Google search again for the registrars of double one. When you're writing double one, don't spell double. Just do 1 1
One
PLC
one.
or
Okay.
mobile PLC. Whatever it is, you get it and then you follow it up from there. But most importantly, I think he needs to open a stock brokerage account so that he can get the broker to pursue these things from CSCS. Because at this point, it's important that you gather his stocks and put it in a brokerage account where he can see it and follow up every other time that anything is happening. Is that fine?
Yeah, beautiful. You actually have one, Harmony Investment and Security Limited. Because I was at the verge of opening Atlas for him when he stumbled on the CSZ account, where those guys have actually put all those things together. But I'm still looking at them. If they are not as good for me, I will move all the shares to Atlas.
Well, depends on you and him and what he wants. If they are where he can meet them, because those days it was purely analog. There's no going back. You have to go to the broker's office. There's no internet, email, or all these things, right?
Sure.
So some of the old time investors, they are still
Yeah.
used to that. You can't really come to terms with the fact that you can invest, log onto your system, account is open, money has been sent and all that. So if he is happy with them, no problem. But surely you have a better option in Atlas.
Okay. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. And please, this is from me to him. Tell him I am personally celebrating him for being an investor way back since that time.
Thank you, Coach. I will relay a message to him.
All right, cheers. Bye. Okay, who do we have next? Akofit Electronic. While we're trying to connect with Akofit, anybody has any challenge with their Atlas account or whatever, Atlas is in the building.
Hello. Hello.
Can you leave the noisy place? You're about to
Hello. Network. Hello.
So sorry, please, anybody who is calling in, get away from any noisy environment because it's really disturbing to the ears right here in the studio or whatever I may call this place. My goodness. Are these people really calling by error or they are really interested? All right, let's go. 13 people standing by on call. Coach, why is Sterling not appreciating like other commercial banks? She I can tell you the market rewards performance. The question is how well is Sterling doing? If Sterling does well, the market will pay attention to it. That's basically my response to you because Sterling has not been wonderful, if you ask me. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Coach.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Tell us your name, where you're streaming from.
My name is Adobe. I'm streaming from Germany.
I'm going to be from Germany. Thank you for joining. Please go ahead.
Coach, I've been on your DM asking you please to send me the link for Atlas. To send me the
Oh,
link because I got one, so I want to be sure that that is the right link before I start communicating to God knows who. So I want to be sure. So I've been waiting for you to reply me on my DM, but on your DM, sorry.
I just opened up earlier that there are many DMs I've not responded to on Instagram yet, but I'm going to clear all of you today.
Okay, okay. And
Thank you.
secondly, is it the right time now since this oil prices has dropped? Is it the right time to buy?
Well,
Um, you said
well, it's the right time to buy, if you ask me. It is.
it's the right time to buy
Yes.
and keep. Is it for long term or short term?
Depending on what stock you are talking about.
What's his name again? What's the name again?
Is it in the international markets?
No, no, Nigeria.
Oh, yes. For Nigerian markets, not a problem. If you are thinking of Arade,
Aradel,
absolutely.
because I saw that it's down a bit.
Yes. Arade, it's fine.
Okay. Okay, coach. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Very
Thank you for
much.
all you do. God bless.
Appreciate. God bless you too.
Bye.
It's electronic. You are next. Coach, please, what's the quantity of stock we can buy for Danksmen to attract dividend? There's no quantity. Ade is next on the line. You can't be in a noisy place and keep calling back after all the advice have been given. Please seek a quiet place if you want to be heard because we really can't hear and the noise, the feedback is terrible over here. Ha ha ha. NACO is on full bid, 103 naira 40 kobo per share. Crazy, isn't it? We are making money this year. We're trying to connect with her day, but while we're still waiting to connect, let's listen to this. Her name is Boluma Olusayero, or is it Olusayero? Okay, you're speaking to Atlas. Interesting. NACO on full bid, yes. What's the best price to bid Unilever? Trying to check what Unilever is at the moment so we can make up our minds what to do. Unilever is currently at 46.75. It can actually be stubborn, so you should buy at 46.75 or 46.60. Okay? If you are not following me, you are losing money. Chomilisha says, Coach, indeed, you are God sent. Thank you very much. I agree with you 100% because I can see from the results we are getting that I was sent to you specifically. Do you know that even with all the results we are getting, when I make a post, somebody still goes there and speak rubbish? You still see people out of ignorance come to say completely opposite of what the whole thing is all about. And they talk with so much authority. And I just laugh. A lot of times I don't respond. I just pity their ignorance. Right? But what can we do? As long as you are getting results, I'm okay. I told you before, this is not a social media program. I'm not here to gather social media followership for influencing. There's no better influence than to help people make money and put in their pocket, right? So it's not about social media posts. So if out of 78,000 people in TikTok, only 500 of you get the message and get the results I'm looking for, I'm glad. If out of 5,000 people or 6,000 people on TikTok, 100 get the message and respond with results to show, I'm done, right? So let's stay focused. And I see some of you get angry with those people who make stupid comments. Very insultive. Some of them will say Mugu. And in my mind, when I read it, I say, it's now between the two of us, who is the Mugu here? Because you don't know jack about what you are beating your chest and talking about, right? So for us, we have decided to humble ourselves to learn, to get better, and to use what we are learning to make more money for ourselves. Simple. Hello, coach, please, what's making Ella Lake pump? Well, the MD of Ella Lake eventually did a live stream call session and explained a lot of things, including the fact that their mill is about to be commissioned. That means they will start milling palm oil as well. So people jumped into it, and even though the results are not showing yet, most of them think that they are investing for the future. In any case, a whole lot of them are actually investing to buy and sell short term. So what you should do is calm down, relax. I brought up that post I kept saying I will bring up on our Discord platform. Over the weekend, I think on Sunday, I eventually remembered and brought that post up. And so you can take time to go and read about it. Let production begin. Let most of their debts start being cleared, because they were spending over almost $1 billion running the business and yet no revenue before. So now it's looking like, okay, we're ready to roll, and then people are jumping into it to take early seats because they feel that the fact they are involved in palm oil, it could just get as good as Okomu or Presco or thereabout. But can I tell you this? It takes a whole lot of time to achieve and arrive at where these other two stocks are. Lola, they say, I remember the day a guy came live to prove to coach that stock investing is a scam. Oh my God. Interesting. Good day, coach. Is corn oil a good buy now? Well, I'd like all of you to understand that corn oil, the Total that is listed on the stock exchange in Nigeria, these are not oil prospecting companies. They are just oil marketing. It's the marketing arm. Eternal Oil. All of these ones are oil marketers. The ones that drill and produce are Aradel, Seplat, Oando. These are the major oil companies. The others, Corn Oil, MRS, Eternal Oil, Total, they are all petroleum marketing companies. In other words, they are filling stations in our language, right? What you know as filling stations, that's what they do. So be guided and know the difference. That Total is selling at 600 and something, and a whole Aradel is selling at 500 and something. It says a lot, because that Aradel you see there listed actually owns oil block, owns the new part of this assets they bought from Shell, which is a gas facility. They own modular refineries, meaning the oil that they drill, they also refine. There was no fanfare, just like you have Dangote refinery, because Dangote refinery is quite a bigger refinery. But Aradel has a refinery, modular refinery, 11,000 barrels or so per day, with a chance to also increasing the capacity. So we're just quiet and waiting for just the way Presco was quiet until boom. So we're just waiting patiently. Whoever is selling his RRL, please finish your sales and let's rest. Okay? Hello, coach. Can we buy RRL today or should we wait? Please, every day is a day to buy RRL as long as it remains where it is at the moment. Corn oil result was not nice, if I remember correctly. Okay. Good day, coach. What is the best price to bid Fidelity Bank? Anything 1920, 1925. It's okay. Let's see how much it is. Fidelity, currently 1970. You see, it looks like it's inching up. 1 billion naira spent on Fidelity on 56 million shares already. Though it's available at 19 naira 65 kobo. Okay. All right, coach, you are here to answer my question. What is your question? You should have used this time to ask. There is no time to waste. What about charms? Charms, everybody is just slowing down on charms because people are waiting for the rights issue that is coming up. So it doesn't look like there's any need to rush into charms. So people are trying to maybe perhaps build the money somewhere else before they come back in on charms. That's the way it works. Money rotates in the market, and this always happens. Please, I open an account with Atlas, but my login details has not been sent. Please, can I speak to Atlas? Just type and tell them your name here so they can respond. Coach, tip get coconut head or tip is refusing to budge. It's looking like it will not go below 6 at all. So it will rather just be hovering around 675 and 670. So I think you should put in a bid at 670 and see if you can buy. Since the bid is building up, you have nothing to lose, especially if you are buying for the long term. At this rate, it's going to be hard. Though it's not impossible for tip to drop below 6. It's not impossible. This is a market where you can't beat your chest to say, this must happen, that must not happen. These things, it's up to the market. That's why I say the market has a mind of its own. Okay, we go on to our callers. Time is far running out. Let's see how many we can talk to. Yes, Fortune Ojenama has been standing by. While we're waiting for Fortune to connect. Okay, hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, coach.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where
My
you're
name is
streaming.
Fortune. I'm streaming from Port Harcourt.
Awesome. It's good to have you. Go ahead, Fortune.
My name is Fortune. Yeah. Okay, actually, Atlas has responded. It had to do with my sister-in-law's account. It's been there for over a month. It wasn't open, but Atlas has just responded in the comment section that they sent her. I was worried. Are you there, coach?
You are breaking terribly. Atlas has sent her a message that what?
Okay. Her login. Yeah, I said Atlas has sent her login details this morning. That's what Atlas responded in the comment section.
Okay, so
So
it's
that's
done.
why I was calling.
Actually saw a comment that Atlas has responded to her.
Yes, sir.
Open her account. All right, thank you very much. You are a good sister-in-law. You find that something good is happening, you do not just eat alone, you share. God bless your soul. All right, K Banks. is standing by. And then Success Mindset says there's no offer on CWG. Success Mindset, did you miss out on that boss? Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Are we on to K Band? Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
I'm Kayode. I'm streaming from Ibadan.
Thank you very much from Ibadan. We're glad to have you here. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, for all you do. Yeah, the request was actually in error, but let me just use that opportunity to say a very, very big thank you for all you do, sir. Your type, this is from the depths of my heart. Your type is rare. I mean, and I bless God for the day I stumbled on your post. Immediately I joined the Discord. I just located everything in the Discord app and I joined. And then I've not forgotten our previous conversation. It's still work in progress. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do.
Thank you very much for your kind feedback. Really, really appreciate. And hopefully you have better things to say regarding your results. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Hopefully. So have a nice day. Thank you.
You too. Cheers and bye. Okay, Valentina says, Q-Tics, they give me joy. Good afternoon, Valentina. She's always full of life. If you hear her, you will like, even if you have lost hope in this life, life will surge back into you. That's Valentina for you there. Willie Nash says, Coach, a lot of people are still skeptical about the market, especially those who lost out when the market crashed years back. I have been trying to convince my friends to join your ministry. He says ministry. Well, whatever you call it, it's fine. As long as now, I like to let you know that don't stress yourself too much. Do not stretch yourself too much to get people involved because you never know what happens. Maybe their mindset. You remember we talked about the wealth mindset of the rich and the poor, and that's the reason why they get results they get, right? So their mindset, you may force them back in, but their mindset still works against their success. In this place, we have worked on our mindset. Maybe because of those who are just joining in the last few months, who missed out on that session, I may do a repeat session of that in the course of our live stream. There has to be a lot of change in your mental welfare for you to start seeing the results we are seeing. Everybody here decided to come in and invest knowing there are risks, but there are also rewards. And if you know enough about the market, you drastically minimize the risk therein, and then you are well armed for success. Even when you are seeing your stock price dropping, you know what you invested in based on the background knowledge about the company. You do not panic like one who doesn't know. Now, let me tell you what really happened. That period you were referring to years back that the market crash was 2007, 2008 market crash. I was there. That time, information was not flying the way it does now. 2007, 2008, we are still struggling with the advent of GSM. That was like 8 years or 7 years after GSM was introduced, right? Because GSM came in 2001, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the point is, the stock market and its operators were not ITC savvy at that point. So no information from anywhere. And so when the market crashes on everybody because everybody's lost except operators in the market. Even operators in the market that time suffered losses because there was a worldwide market crash. This market crash we're talking about wasn't just in Nigeria. The entire capital markets around the world experienced, there was a financial meltdown. So there's nobody who could have escaped it. But you know what? There are people who have been in that market from that time and are still there up till now. Yours truly is one of them. So we've seen market crashes and we know how to navigate through it. We've experienced a little bit of it in the course of our time here as well. There were some turbulences last year. We were able to navigate through. Then beginning of this year, we were able to navigate through. Then in April, tariff war, we were able to navigate through. So if they continue to have this fear, then they are primed to still fail where others may be succeeding. So you don't need to stress yourself. Sometimes your results is all they need to see. Some people, if they don't see signs, they will not follow. That's it. You get the point. So take your time, just keep doing what you are doing until let them be convinced themselves. Don't stress yourself, please. Thank you very much. Okay. Victor Chukwemeka has been standing by. Let's hear Victor. Good afternoon, coach. I've been struggling to join. Emperor Moprito. Never mind, I just noticed you on the queue of callers. I'll soon bring you up so we can hear. Coach, please, between UACN and Capri, which one would you advise for short term? Well, it's a long time for this one. Hello, sir.
Coach, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Tell us your name, where you're coming from. Please go away from the noise.
Okay, my name is Victor Chukwemeka. I'm streaming from Lagos.
Victor Chukwemeka, he adds to the loads of Lagos caller. Thank you very much, Victor. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I've been operating stock, like I've been buying stock all this while, but the platform I'm using is Trove. But since I followed your platform, I got to know Atlas and I registered for Atlas. So my account is already active and I've funded the account already. But my question is, how can I move my stock from Trove to Atlas?
Well, Atlas usually answers such a question.
Do you know what
if I recall very well, the response is that Trove is very difficult to transfer from Trove. If it was Bamboo, it's there. So best advice, either you let it go and sell off, or you sell off immediately and you buy whatever you want through your Atlas account.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much for making it. Valentina, you are next on the queue. Coach is a rare diamond in deep of Nigeria because of you have confidence of retiring early. Oh, Atkins, thank you so very much. You give me so much courage and encouragement, and we will retire together. For me, I've already retired, as you can see. I'm seated in my consultancy office, taking my time to talk to you, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Nobody can come and say, my friend, we have not made revenue, this and that story. So let's retire together. Hello.
Good afternoon, coach. Good afternoon, coach.
Good afternoon to you. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
I am Valentina, streaming from Ibadan, Oyo State.
Valentina from Oyo State, thank you for joining. Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I just want to say thank you so much. All right. I got. Yes, I got FNT Cocoa the other day. I called you. I came live. Okay, I asked about it, and it's growing. They see interest there. So I'm just so happy about that. And then Kutis, hey, he's giving me joy. If you see my house now, just like this TikTok trending. Wow, you understand? All right, I'm so happy. I want to say thank you. At least you really opened my eyes to buying penny stock, and I think it's doing well. They're really doing well. But it seems like people are running away from penny stock because it's too cheap. But I pack money for that place now.
Now you have entered the realm of Alhaja Nafisat. She's the penny stock queen. And if it's working for you, I always tell people that's why it's good for us to let people learn these things. Do it yourself is a very good thing because you get your own strategy and it works so fantastically for you. That's the best. So it's giving you joy. Enjoy your joy. We are really excited. Let me tell you, you think you are joking now, the way you are talking and laughing and singing, but I can assure you, you are actually encouraging somebody out there who is a part of this. I don't know who that person is, but just know that you are also adding value to this group. Thank you very much, Valentina. And as for QT,
Yes, sir.
you haven't seen nothing yet. Just hold it. Just keep some of those joy for when Q-tics will blow, right?
Hey, Keke. All right, no problem.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
very much, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, some people can just carry flame. They are like ginger. Hello, Lakon.
Hello, Coach. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you make it very fast? Let's see how many more people we can take on before we close today. 4 minutes to go.
Please, I would like to speak with Lasdas. Well, I'm going through my record and I stumble on my share certificates of Bank PHP when they were
You
doing
know,
public offer.
you know what to do.
So I
What?
discovered that it was acquired Bank PHP.
Hello, Lakon. Can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Lakon, just do a WhatsApp
Hello.
message to Atlas, WhatsApp Atlas for that, and they will tidy up with you. Okay? Because of time, 3 minutes more left, and we still have more people waiting on the call list. Is that okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Emperor, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach. Can you
Good
hear
to
me?
have you. Name and where you're streaming from, loud and clear. I can.
All right. I'm streaming from Port Harcourt on Air Precise.
Interesting. Thank you for joining. Go ahead with your
Yeah.
question.
All right. Thank you. I think this is my first time of getting you, but I've been
Oh,
following for like the past 3 months now, and I
awesome.
think I've been learning a lot. Yeah.
Great.
Please, I want to ask a question. This is very personal to me. Before I get to know you, I did some investments with this mutual money market. And I plunged in a lot of money there. And coming to meet you and be informed about stock, I don't know the option. Should I pull out and invest in stock, or should I allow it to run?
If you have more resources to start stocks afresh, fine.
Network.
If you do not have in the immediate term, you can pull out 50% and watch
My network is poor.
it. 50% of what you already have in mutual funds, and see how it runs. If you are happy with what you get, then you proceed to do the final damage. Is that okay? What you can do if you are struggling with network now, kindly go back to the video. Please, everybody else, time to look at this live session by the on or before 6 p.m. Nigerian time today. Today's live session will be uploaded on my YouTube channel. Go there, subscribe for free, and watch through the update and strike the market opens tomorrow. Hello, Chiamaka, are you there? You call in by error because your environment is not in error. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute to go, and this is where we call it a day. My super coach, what price can I buy CWG? I missed the price 920. Chai. Well, at this point, it's not in our hands. In any case, maybe the seller has come into the market again because I'm seeing CWG being traded now, 380,000 shares just traded at 10.55. Put in a bid, you never know. You might just get lucky and be sold too. I told you this trend continues to happen. they've sold to some people. The best price you can buy now is 1050 because there are about 1055. I mean, there are about what do we have here? About over 1.5 million shares above 10 naira as we speak. In fact, what we have is from 10 naira upwards, you have about 2 million shares. So just bid at 10.15 or so. Coach, can I watch this live? Absolutely. Just go on my YouTube channel, and by 6 p.m., all the previous live sessions from beginning to the end always uploaded. So today, 6 p.m. latest, on or before 6 p.m. Nigerian time, it's uploaded. Just go on there. That's why I ask people, go and subscribe. There are so many other stocks I've mentioned before now that are still useful. That's why the live session is useful as way back as 1 month ago live session. Some stocks that have been spoken about, you will see them still okay to buy, right? So we've come to the end of today's live session. That's what I'm saying. If you miss any part, go onto the live, the YouTube channel, and take your time. If possible, take your journals and put down notes so you don't have to replay and keep coming back and forth again. Sir, Dangote Sugar, a good price to average up? Well, difficult to tell now, but if you find it at 44, fantastic. You know what? The problem is when the stock is on bid, full bid, it becomes difficult to buy, even when you make up your mind to buy at that price. So the next day, you will see it shoot further upwards. But who knows? Anything can happen. Somebody can come and offload, and then you are fortunate to buy. Just these are long-term stocks. Let's go ahead and keep accumulating. We are building for the tomorrow, not now. And Nafisa Hajia, the Al-Hajja in the house, says, I came late today, but no worries. Tomorrow is another day. Inshallah. Indeed, tomorrow is another day. And this is where we call it a day for now. Tomorrow again, same time, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time. You don't want to miss the next hottest thing. History was made today. NACO did not just climb to 100 naira per share, climbed above to 103. I saw it, but we see how it closes at the end of today. A lot is happening, and you don't want to miss out. See you again tomorrow, same time, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Otherwise, send me a DM on Instagram. Make sure you are following me on all social media platforms, especially the YouTube channel, and go revisit all that you might have missed, especially those in Canada and the US. Because of time difference, we're not able to join. Food will be ready by 6 p.m. talking about today's live session being uploaded on YouTube. Bye for now, and congratulations on all your wins. May your portfolios continue to turn green. See you again tomorrow.